Alright, bro.
Yeah.
We're good now.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, Khan, first and foremost, we say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
Can you get from me, you got some, or?
Yeah,
You have something you want to read? Oh, okay. Can you get from me Obadiah? Because we'll read that chapter.
Okay, fine.
Because, so we're the Hebrew Israelites, and we're out here to remind you, Edomites, of your judgment. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Edomites, and we're going to talk about your judgment, and we're going to remind you of your judgment. Because as not just priests but prophets of Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, that is our job, that is our duty. Right? We're here to judge this whole world, actually.
Yeah.
This whole society we're here to judge.
That's
right. And on a side note, man, you cannot have awareness if you don't make judgments. It makes no sense. Because in this society, you are not supposed to judge. And if you're judged, and if you judge, you're frowned upon. Judging somebody else is frowned upon.
That's right.
The reason why it's frowned upon is because everybody wants to everyone wants to do wickedly and not get told that they're being wicked.
Yeah, there's
whatever the spirit goes.
Constant like that.
It's all good.
Just on that topic, there's a scripture here, the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 10. Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Oh, see?
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
They abhor him. So they abhor us because we speak uprightly. We're speaking from the scriptures. So Jake will come up here and will hiss and snare, clown, and scorn us because we're reading out of the scriptures. And when we read out of the scriptures, it affects his spirit because Jake knows that they're being wicked, man. So we can be up here talking about how homosexuality is off, and you'll see a homosexual scoff at us.
Yeah.
You know? Or we can talk about how, for example, you can talk about how you're supposed to not be eating pork. And then someone in the crowd, if they're listening, will get upset. It's because they're eating pork.
Yeah. Yeah, for as much like in this society, like for example, when we speak about homosexuals, right? The things that we're saying are just and are uprightly, right? But these homosexuals, these people that are against the scriptures, have so much right in this world to a point where a homosexual can come and do whatever the hell they want in front of you. But if you lay a hand on them for defending yourself, you're the one who's going to get locked up because they actually push and they uplift homosexuals in society, man. So they're already defended, man. Okay, that's why the scripture says that we're not of this world. Okay, but we are in the world. We live in this world. We're not of this world. That's why Yahweh says the same thing, man. If pretty much this was my world, my servant would fight, man. Knowing that this society is totally different than what should be, okay, it has to be wiped away first and foremost.
Yeah, man, because this is not normal. This is not normal. The air, the pollution in the air, the state that Jake be in, the mental state Jake's in, okay, the level, the gravity of wickedness in this society is not normal.
Yeah.
This is actually abnormal, man. We're the ones who are being normal and professing and prophesying and pushing out normal vibration.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so bad that to a point where even if you try to do right, even if you try to eat healthy, even if you try to stay away from these, pharmaceutical stores, etc., now I heard that, they pretty much like I'm gonna spray the vaccines by the way of how to do like
the chemtrails.
So even if you don't go to the goddamn doctor to get your flu shot, you're still getting it by Esau. Esau is literally pushing it out there some way, somehow, and it affects everybody. That's why the brother said that the world is totally backwards, man. It's abnormal, man. It's not normal. Because you see a lot of diseases, you see a lot of people dying early, you see a lot of people, who are, our age in their 20s, okay, early 30s, etc., having heart problems. You know, these things should not be. But why do you see these things? It's because the earth itself is dying, and we're of this world, man.
That's right.
You know, we were created from the earth, man. Okay, if the earth is not giving you its natural food anymore, guess what? You as an individual cannot actually, okay, function in this society, man, properly. Okay. So it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. You know, now like
people stay away from us.
Yeah.
People stay away from us because they know that in our spirit we're not of this world, man. We're not of this society. Even at work, man. Even at work, like with myself, that's a personal testimony at work. You know, people at work, people really, and not, this is not to boast or anything, because it's all through the power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and being in this truth, but people stay away from me, man. And they don't even know that I'm in the truth. They don't know, they know, but they don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know that I do this, and I preach, and out here on the streets, or anything like that, but they know that there's something about me, that I'm different in a certain way. And so, if they know not to bring stupid conversations up because they know that this guy's going to judge me somehow because of the morals and the ethics that he stands for are completely opposite of what I like to do.
Yeah, they can read your spirit to a certain extent.
Exactly.
Right? They know not to bring up any bullshit. They know that this guy is stern. And he's straightforward. Right? He's not just like anyone else out there who pretty much just, you know, they're an open book.
Open book.
You know, they're just out there. You know, anyone can say anything, anyone can do anything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
This is good, man, because this is how, that means that this truth is becoming yoked into your spirit.
Yeah.
It should be like that, man. It should be the essence of your breath. It should be this truth.
Yeah.
You know?
Very true, man. And it says, for as much, therefore...
You can tell a pastor just by the way he walks.
Oh, that dude, right?
You remember him, eh?
Yeah.
Pastor Rapper. You pastors, man, you have a serious walk about you. That pride, that pride.
Hey.
You know, it's like, see, the Lord is dealing with me. That's that walk.
Yeah. The Lord of the Edomites is dealing with me.
Yeah, Jesus is dealing with me.
Okay. And it says, for as much therefore as your treading is upon the poor, and ye take from him burdens of wheat, ye have built houses of hewn stone.
But you can work as hard as you can in this society, and Esau, and even though you're not even considered, because there's the poor, the low class, middle class, and the high class, right? And I think you have to be making over $60,000 just to be considered in the middle class, and that's the poor middle class, right? So they even break it up into more sections. So and most brothers in the truth are not are not even near in the middle class or in the middle class. Some might be breaking the poor middle class.
Hey, hence why the kingdom is going to be so beautiful for the people who actually deserve it.
That's crazy. Right? And on top, because on top of that, you'll work 8 to 10 hours, 8 to 12 hours a day just to make. Just to make daily bread, and Esau's still taking. You look at your check. Esau's still taking $400 to $600 on taxes, and then at the same time raising prices. When you go grocery shopping nowadays, it's expensive, man. Like I remember, I was going grocery shopping. I took my mom grocery shopping the other day, and she was talking about how 5 years ago, a carton of strawberries was like with $3 to $4, $3 to $5. Now it's anywhere from $8 to $11.
Yeah. I can testify to that.
You know what I mean? Like that's showing you, man. Esau has no balance, man.
Yeah. That's true, man. Because just a few weeks ago, I heard on the radio that the prices of groceries are actually increasing, right?
And they're not increasing. See, Esau is wicked because they're not increasing minimum wage. They're going to increase the prices of the food, but they're not going to increase your wage.
Yeah, and then hence why some people, when they try to do their budget, okay, somehow, some way, they might think they have it figured out,
Yeah,
but they
it's
don't
always-
take into account that there's these little factors like such as gas or whatever it is,
Yeah.
things that are necessities, food,
Even
right?
Miscellaneous.
right? Exactly.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah, you know those things still fuck you up, man. And you know, yo, that's just great because last night actually, you know, I was with like a group of older men or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, they're talking,
Yeah.
and one guy said, if you make 70K in this society, you're good, you know, and the other one is like, no, if you make 70K, you're not making shit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're not including taxes. When you
Yeah.
make 70K, you're really making like 50.
Yeah, you're
you
really
know?
only spending, having to yourself
Right?
about 50.
Exactly, and then on top of that, you have to take into account rent,
Yeah.
okay, vehicle,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
gas.
But if you have a family,
if you have a family,
you have kids,
clothes,
newborns,
right? You're really not making
sick,
shit, bro.
you
Come
know,
on,
yeah, you're not.
You know?
The money you actually have, you're great, man. The money you actually have to yourself for your enjoyment or for you,
Yeah.
right? It's like next to a couple grand, if
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like Esau makes you work in this society, makes you work, and makes you make money just to give it back. You
Literally.
work just to give back money.
Literally. Yeah.
You make money just to give it back because, like you said, off of the logic you brought out, off of
Yeah.
that logic, you're paying your taxes, 70 grand. You give that right back to the government, in the hopes of a return of something that's going to better your society, because that's what people believe
Yeah.
in the society. They believe that they're paying the city or the government to better their city.
Yeah.
They're not. You're just
Yeah.
giving Esau their money back.
Yeah, and then literally like when you retire, right? If you're not from here, for example, but you're a citizen, if you retire and you go back to your home country or whatever it is, right? They will only pay you your retirement money for 3 months, and then after that, cut off. You know what I mean? So you gotta be here to fucking retire in order for them to give you your check every month. You know what I mean? So there's really no way around it, man. But Esau has this thing all figured out. Okay,
Yeah.
he's the devil. You know what I mean? And hence why the scripture says, man, okay, that through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now all of these things, you know, it does wear out the saints, you know,
Yeah.
like the scripture says, man.
Yeah.
But it says right here, but ye shall not dwell therein. Ye have planted pleasant vineyard, but ye shall not drink wine of them.
God.
You know? And that's exactly it, man, okay? We work our asses off, but we can't
Curses.
even get a drink in,
Yeah,
man. You know?
Curses.
So this is the society that we live in, and we know that these things are problems. And then on top of that, you got households of children who don't have any guidance. Their fathers left the house, okay? Their mother is working, so these children are raising themselves. And you know, children, man, if you know,
Leave them to raise themselves.
they're just gonna destroy themselves, man. Okay, they need direction. They need a
Guidance.
solid foundation, man. Right? And if you don't do that, if you're not there as a father, which is society, okay, for these women, you know, in order for them to get their benefits, etc., the father gotta leave the home.
Yeah.
Right?
Esau's not giving you no benefits, but the
Right?
father's still.
Exactly, because then they will be like, you know what, you can.
Yeah, you have both
you-
parents. You should be able
you
to provide.
Exactly, you have support.
A
You need
double
it.
income.
Exactly, right? But that goes to show you, right? Like a few, decades ago, right? One man could make $800 a month, and that shit would feed the family, pay off the loan, or whatever it is, and there would still be left with like $400.
Yeah, then
Now,
you take a trip or something.
right now, what the fuck is $1,000, man? You get that shit, and it's gone in like a day, not even.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yo,
Pay
I
rent and
get,
car,
I get,
whatever,
I
that's
get,
it gone.
I make anywhere from, I make like about, I make like, well, let's say 12 to 1500 a paycheck, and about like when I get like my height, that's without commission, right? So I make that money, and then it's like within the first hour, because I have all my bills on my
Yeah,
phone,
yeah.
right? So I just get straight to my account.
You just
First
take
hour,
that.
I'm down to about 350. In the first hour, 350 because
Yeah.
I have it set up where I don't have direct deposit. Because Esau, I want to direct my own deposits. I want
Yeah.
Esau directing my own. So, but I still have to pay. I'll
Yeah.
pay the bills, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, okay, transfer here, transfer there, transfer there. By the time the calculation done, you have 250. Then you have groceries,
Yeah.
gas.
Like, how the hell am I gonna get to work tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so
It's like, but I just got paid.
yeah, and it's daily bread. It's not like I'm broke.
Yeah.
I have money to get by at each day,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
that's that's like that's really the lot of all the saints, which is being, primarily the first fruits.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the elect.
Yeah.
Right? We're living daily bread, but you 2/3, man, you guys are living worse than us. Not only because you're not in the truth mentally, but physically, not being in the truth makes your carnal situation even worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true,
like,
man.
like
Because
being in
you're
the
not
truth
living-
made our carnal situation even a little bit better.
Yeah,
or
because,
bearable.
exactly, because we understand why we're going through these things,
Yeah.
and that there's hope at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And then we understand, it puts us in a position of knowing how to organize ourselves, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that, okay, I can't just fuck around because he starts looking at me,
Yeah,
right? He's literally waiting for us to fuck around and then, just come and take us away, right? So
Yeah.
it puts you in a position where now you gotta be more responsible. You gotta pay everything on time because, you don't want the debt to increase,
Yeah.
interest rate, etc., etc. You do these things. Why? Because the truth literally puts you in a position of doing that and
Yeah.
making you responsible, man.
Yeah, because you understand that this is my lot.
Yeah.
And this is stressful. Mentally, I'm stressed and I'm suffering, but I'm suffering because back in my past life, I did some wicked things, man. You know? And on top of that, man, like on top of that, you're just one brother. You know how much brothers are in this truth, doing this work that are going through something that might be worse than you? Every brother's in their own lot, but you're not the only one fighting the battle. So it's good to know that, that your sufferings with purpose.
That's right. That's right. Come on. Verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gates.
And that's exactly what we're doing right now, man. This is called the gates. Why is it called the gates? Because you have the most traffic of people coming in and going out.
Yeah, business.
The business, the agora,
Yeah.
the marketplaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Traffic.
Actually, can you get Matthew 11 and 16? Because that's what we're doing, man. We're here, and this is like we're in the gates, and we're in the gates to do many things, but the main things is one, wake up the elect, push this truth and wake up the elect. Two, place judgment on the society. Three, work out our own salvation.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 16.
But you see, 2/3 of Israel don't want to listen, right? They don't want to listen right now because right now their ass is not lit on fire.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
But once that heat starts to come through from those missiles, then they're gonna be looking for the truth.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna be looking to get right.
Yeah. The scripture says, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing.
Yeah.
So when they see all hell break loose and they're like having spiritual powers, then that's when they're gonna be willing if they
Yeah.
wanted to come in.
Yeah, yeah.
Too late, motherfucker. Like you already had your time.
Shalom, Akim.
Yeah.
Saliki, Akim.
The woman.
Yeah, it's Saliki.
Let us be called by thy name.
God.
Yeah. Seven women that take hold of one man. Right? Book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
That's right.
And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
See, that's a metaphor, man. That's
Yeah.
a metaphor of the elect, the prophets being out here, piping, playing music.
Playing that music.
This is the music.
Yeah.
We're right here. We're right now reading lyrics to this beautiful song.
Yeah, this is a great poet, He has some nice rhythm,
Come on.
right? Just perfect music. It puts you in a place of clearing your mind, man.
That's right.
You know?
But you guys are not dancing, man. That's like, and you know what? And you call us weird, right? Like, what do you mean? You ever go to a party and everything, the music is bumping, jinks, dancing, and there's that group of Negroes sitting back just chilling? Like, why are you even here? You just came here to stand and look at everybody else,
Yeah.
right? So that's how we're looking at you, man.
Yeah. Come on and dance.
Yeah, come and
man.
dance, man. Come and do this work.
Yeah.
Come and do this work, you men of Israel.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what it is. You come and do this work, but you're not dancing. You're not working.
Yeah.
You're out here committing all types of wickedness and abominations, doing only Yahweh and His Son knows what. Like on some real shit, man. Jake is wicked, man. Jake is wicked. I wouldn't even be surprised if, actually, when you think about the homosexual movement, Esau is wicked for just being wicked. That's just his nature. But then they get their wickedness and they cheat and they bring it to Jake, and Jake amplifies it and makes it even worse and pushes it. So homosexuality, guess who's pushing that? Jake. Jake is like the vehicle pushing the idea.
Yeah, literally.
Driving the idea.
Yeah.
You know,
they use the sellout of our people to do these
the
things.
sellout of our people. Come on.
You know, and these people, you know, are people that have sold out. What else do they have to say, you know what, I can't do that, Esau? Right? Like, you've literally been stripped away from all your morals, all of your belief. You're literally just, you know, a fucking thing to them, man. Right? And then they give you this cash or whatever, because you have no fucking balls no more. You just tend to do whatever the hell they say, because what else can you do anyways? You've sold your soul, like, you know, like the scripture says, you know?
And you know, a good example of that, what the brother said is, you know, the entertainment world with these celebrities, these Israelite celebrities, literally, the Israelites were the celebrities. They sold their soul for everything they have, man.
Yeah.
You take away and what did they get in return? They got nothing, really. All they got was things that can wither away. Money.
Yeah,
carnal things.
Carnal things.
They're carnal things like money, car, fame.
Yeah.
You take all that away from them, they would actually end their lives because they don't have anything else.
Yeah, and even the ones who had all of that, they already ended their lives, right?
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures,
with that.
right? Even with that, because they're meant. See, that's the thing. Everything starts spiritually first. If you are well spiritually,
You'll be able to enjoy
it doesn't matter how you are, you know, out here in the world, you know, and as other people.
Yeah,
you will, right? You will be in a, you know, like you would be in a place where you're calm and you're peace, because it starts spiritually first and foremost, right? But that's why the scripture says, you know, what profit a man when he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? So even though you have the whole world, what is the profit there? Because it's carnality, man. You know, it's carnality, and it's something that you're not gonna take with you when you die, when you pass on. You know.
And the only thing that lasts us forever is spirit. It's your energy, man. It's your spirit. So when you sell it, it's your soul. So when you sell that,
you're literally,
you sold your, like you just said, you actually sold your entire existence. You actually don't matter anymore.
It's like Esau selling his birthright, and now he's crying for it. But the Lord said, "No, you already sold it." Right? It's the same thing, you know. It says, you know, though he sought it, you know, with tears, right? He's still not gonna get it. Yeah, there's no repentance. You know, the Lord is straightforward, man. You fuck up, you fuck up.
Yeah, you get your judgment.
Right? Matthew, I'm continue cut. And saying, we have piped unto you and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you and ye have not lamented.
Yo, we talk about, like, some of the stuff we talk about as prophets are things of mourning. Things lamentation and woe, right?
Yeah.
Things that are not too pleasing to the ear. Like our like the state that we were in when we were in slavery. That's not something to be excited about. That's something to mourn about.
Yeah.
We talk about Yahushai's suffering. It's a scripture, I think, Isaiah 35, when we're going to see Yahushai, and we're going to see his who he is now, and the body that he was in when he was crucified, and we're all going to mourn. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Jake just wants to live in La La Land, man.
Yeah,
you don't want to deal with the truth.
Yeah, that's why when they hear the truth first, it's sweet. But then when they actually dig deep into that,
you talk about the kingdom, you talk about the women and the food and the spiritual powers.
Yeah, these are the things that we desire, because, you know what, we're in the flesh, okay? Of course we want some beautiful women, etc., right? But when you dig deep into that role, you know, that the Lord told Ezekiel to eat, it becomes bitter. Why? Because now you're dealing with the reality of things, right? Although, you know, the sweet part is a part of the reality, it's not all of the reality. You know? Exactly. It's a part of it.
It's like it's almost like looking at the finish line without looking at the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? They have the kingdom and everything else is nice. Well, you have to know, like, we have to get there first.
Yeah. And through much tribulation, you shall enter into the kingdom. Yeah.
A little more on that?
Oh, yeah. That was it on that one.
That was it on that?
Yeah, going to Amos, or no, not Amos, Obadiah.
Yeah.
Obadiah 1:1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, just a little like on that topic.
Getting back to the judgment. Esau.
Yeah, you know, and just like on that topic, you know, that we're just talking about, you know, the sweet things of the scriptures, you know, like beautiful, man, because you know, like, you know, some brothers get vision, you know, of the kingdom, etc., etc.
Yeah.
You know, the beautiful woman that you see, or you know, that you were with, you know, in your vision, you know, like it puts you in a place of, man, like this is fucking awesome, man. You know what I mean? But you gotta understand that, you know what? This is what you should be having.
Yeah, this is the
Compared to
norm.
what you have, bro. What you have is hell. You know, everybody can testify to that, man. You know, the women that we have right now are not women, man. You know, they call themselves ladies, man. But hey, when you look up, you know, the definition of a lady, it's a woman that makes bread. A lot of these women don't know how to, you know.
They don't even know how to cook.
You know what I mean?
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even know how to cook PB&J. They can't make bread.
It's like boiled eggs. How do I do it? It's
Yeah.
in the microwave.
You will cook breakfast for you. Just because you know it's been a long day at work, working 16 hours. She comes there and she fucking burned the damn thing. You're like, you can't even cook me breakfast. I gotta cook my own shit. Like, God damn, that's how you know. That's when you know you're going through hell, bro.
Yeah.
You go to work 5 a.m., come back 6 p.m.
And then you gotta do
The
homework.
cooking, yeah, the whole.
You come from work to do work.
Yeah, you got from work to do work. Yeah, God.
Fuck, man.
You know, the one time you text the woman like, yo, babe, I'm not gonna be able to cook. Can you get me something cooked? Okay, and it's burnt. You're like, you get home, that shit makes you want to cry, bro. That's when you start, you have to like start fasting. Yeah, I gotta give up the ghost. Yeah, I gotta go, bro. I'm too tired. You know, that'll make you go. I remember when that happened to me. I came downstairs, I saw it was burnt. Yo, I took my bag, I took my jacket, went in the car, and started putting up prayers. Like, yo, this is not how this is.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm too tired, bro. And I couldn't, like, I was working 16 hours. I didn't have time to do anything. I was cheesed. Somehow mine burns, but she ate.
Like, it's okay, baby, just eat it.
Yeah.
Like it's just a little crunch.
It's a little brown. You like the barbecues, right? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, man, that shit's funny.
That's the hell, bro. That's the hell, bro. Kind of nice to like it, man. Obadiah 1:1. This is what it says right here. It says the destruction of Edom for their pride and for their wrong unto Jacob, the salvation of and victory of Jacob, okay? And it begins, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh power. Concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Before, so like, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Now what nation of people are greatly despised? When you look at the whole planet, right? The people that are greatly despised among everyone is a so-called white man.
Yeah,
You know,
Caucasians.
right? The people out here, living in the Middle East, right? Like the Arabs and so on and on. They call the white man Satan, the devil.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah.
Every nation, you know, right? The people all over America, right, who were brought into the Americas, and who are slaves in Americas until today, they hate the so-called white man. You know?
Well, there was that one old ass Jake doctor that said white people need to be exterminated.
Yeah.
You remember that old ass?
Yeah,
he's like a doctor of some sort.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, white people need to be exterminated.
Yeah.
And he's like, and like when you first see the topic, you're like, yo, everybody's like, oh, it's controversial, blah blah blah. And then you actually watch the video.
It makes sense.
He had the guy, the Jake. The old man doesn't bring any emotion into it. He's just bringing out logical facts. He's like, as if it was like the cancer on the team and you're the GM making a decision. Like, listen,
you gotta trade him.
Yeah, you gotta trade him. He's not doing his job.
Let him go.
Has nothing to do with his personality. Just go away. Let us get what we need to get done.
Yeah.
You know, and like that video got like a million views. So the whole world knows it. Like, for a controversial video to be watched that many times, over 1 million views, will tell you that the whole world knows that that's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Deep inside, they know it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, but you know how, you know, God forbid you say that, because, you know, Esau throw you up and throw you into the jail cells and lock you up.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's about to happen. That's about to happen.
Yeah.
All this prophesying that we're doing, there is Esau's going to try to make us pay for it.
Yeah.
I say try because those of us that are sincere, we're of the elect, Lord willing. And he's not going. And in the end, we're going to win through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, man. You know, like we've already gotten the victory, man. The Lord Yahweh is coming back to deliver us. We've already gotten the victory. The Lord has defeated Satan. Okay, which is Esau. Okay, we're just playing out the role, man. The script, right? But as much as how Esau thinks he's gonna come and attack us, this is when we should not be scared, man. This is a beautiful part of it, man, because that means that we're closer and closer and closer, man. You know, and as much as Esau is gonna, you know, prepare with his, you know, carnal equipment, etc., the Lord is building our spiritual weapons. Okay, He's building our spiritual weapons, man. You know, and we're, you know, preparing for that battle, and the Spirit will eventually win over the, you know, over the flesh. Right? And it says, "Behold, I have made thee dwell among the heathen." Now, this part right here, you got, you know, people who believe that, you know, that Esau, Edom, is the Arabs, man. Okay, look at this, man. You know, the Arabs. Yes.
That's what no, that's Jake. You got it.
Yeah.
This is the only reminder of Lamentation.
Because they got legions on them, right? They got legions. I'm not sure.
That reminds me of that scripture is when they say,
So like,
did you get it on there?
let me see if the brothers can see. I probably can't zoom it in.
It reminds me of the scripture. This is the nation, this is the beautiful nation, the nation that's supposed to be set up as perfection. That's supposed to be a gathering.
Yeah, right
And
there.
that would be in the kingdom. That's gonna be a man that's gonna shine. But right now, that's our state. That's our state. See, that's where we're in because of the wickedness that we've done as a nation. That is the result and the aftermath of falling away from the Most High, falling away from your heritage.
Yeah, he got demons on
See,
him,
if
man.
this guy knew he was an Israelite and actually truly knew and understood that, he would not be out doing that.
Yep. That's all of those drugs.
Yeah.
You know, the woman probably put hell on him.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The worst drug in the world is the woman.
made him lose his mind.
See? There you go.
And now, now he's talking to Satan.
Yeah.
Out here, no church.
Yeah.
You know, he probably sees.
No, you actually see
right?
Stevens. Like,
Yeah.
you probably actually see them for sure.
Whatever. That's it. I have to go somewhere. They know of me, who I am. I went through their land, and I danced with the monkeys, elephants, and a bunch of other fucking animals. I am not one of your species.
Monkeys and elephants and much like that.
And
You know what religion is, but they shake balls.
and he's speaking English.
That's where the culture of shaking balls comes from.
Yeah, he's speaking English the same.
Right, good boy. Let me put this back in Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 1, so like Obadiah verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high."
That's right.
Right? Esau, he dwelled And he dwells in the cliffs of the rock right now, because when you look at, his buildings, he like those high-rise, apartments, etc., living up there, man.
The only nation out of all the nations on the earth that lived in developed or dwelt in high rocks and mountains is the Caucasian. Hence,
not the Arabs.
Yeah, that's Arabs. Hence the terminology for Caucasian. Comes from
Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah, Caucasus Mountain, Caucasian Mountains.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the spirit. You guys can't hide from who you are, because Esau. That's one thing Esau is trying to do, which tells you he knows he's guilty for wickedness, because he's trying to hide who he is. It makes no sense. Someone who's guilty doesn't hide. But Esau, you read this to Edomites and say this is who you guys are. They'll deny every bit of it. They'll come up with every excuse under the book, under the sun, to say that's not them. Where some people said Japhet is Esau, or the so-called white man's Japhet. That's just confusing, man. The so-called white man is known as Esau. You say? Yeah, the one tall guy. Yeah, from a while ago. Yeah, I know he's got the most I did too. I know. I've seen him way by Good Life on the highway.
That's
Remember him, the tall skinny?
Yeah. That's crazy, because this guy would always I'm gonna try to I'm gonna serve
trouble.
I'm gonna fight against this. Now he's totally fucked up, bro. I couldn't even recognize him, bro. I couldn't even recognize him, dog.
Guy eats where birds poop.
That's
crazy,
man.
That reminds me of
Anyways,
the guy from Daniel. I'll shut up. The guy who got he was a king. The Most High made him a
what's his name?
Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah. Anyways, what are you talking about?
About Esau dwelling in the cliffs of the rock, Caucasians, right? And it says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's right. So these Edomites, in their mind, they don't believe that they're ever going to be taken down.
That's right.
They don't believe that their rulership is going to be taken away. That's why they are ready to fight against Yahushua and the angels and the elect, because they actually believe that they can win. And actually, rather, they want to refuse that they have already lost. That's really what it is. It's almost like someone you beat someone. It's clear you beat them, and they won't admit defeat. So you have to kill them then.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. If you get defeated, you won't admit defeat. Well, the only next way is the only next exit is away from this plane. So that's what we're gonna do to you Edomites, man. If you don't wanna agree to the entrance in the entrance of Yahushua's kingdom, the new kingdom, the everlasting kingdom, then you're gonna get destroyed. We're gonna kill you. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And those of you that will accept it also means that you're accepting slavery. Number of them, eh?
Satan is taking him, and he's leaving everything behind.
Yeah, what about this?
Right?
You know how many months he's been used to his work?
Yeah, that's his,
that's his stuff.
Yeah, that's that's everything that, he possesses.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm carrying, your house in your back.
Yeah, you can't,
you just leave it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, god damn, bro. Satan's just dragging him, bro. But hey, man. Well, all praises to Yahweh Shai, man, for protecting us. Because, that nigga was, he always want to start up fights.
Well, man, if the Most High would open our eyes right now to the spirit, the fourth dimension. You know how much demons you be seeing on this guy?
Bro, they were literally,
you probably see demons like from here to here on him.
Yeah.
All like swelling.
Bro, I remember I saw this one video on Instagram, and it was pretty much literally showing you, demon hopping from one person to another. So this guy, he was walking, and the guy, he had demons on him, right? And the camera caught it. It was almost like, okay, so pretty much, right? You have one guy walking, he had demons on him, and when he was walking, he wasn't right. You just knew the way he was walking, he wasn't right. There's another guy that was walking past him, and the demon jumped from him to the other person, and when the demon left him, he shook like this. Okay, and then the guy kept on walking normally, and when the demon jumped on the other guy, the the guy that
The demon jumped.
yeah, the guy that the demon jumped on, he shook a little bit like this, and then he continued to walk, but he wasn't right, how he was when he was first, walking past the person that had the demon first. You know what I mean? And the camera caught it. It was like a shadow. Pretty much like I'm a jump, from one person into the next person. Demons hopping off of, from one person to another, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And just like just like what you said, if the Lord actually opened up our eyes to see that, we would see a shit ton of demons, spirits, wicked spirits, okay, on that dude, man.
Man, you know what's crazy too? I believe, you know what, man? I truly believe that, I believe that Esau has the power to see spirits on people, like with the technology. Because if you think about these heat sensor cameras, it tells you the heat on your body and the cold spots and the hot spots. Man, spirit is just energy. So you would be a ball of heat, or a sphere of heat in a person is where all the energy is, right?
Yeah. Well,
you could tell, Esau. That's why, with certain. When Esau does brain scans, a lot of that electrical neurons that are firing throughout the nerve path are all that's like spiritual charge that's being sent out.
Yeah.
So they know that someone is
like if they have cancer,
feeble-minded, or tumor. They
Yeah.
say feeble-minded. Someone because feeble just means broken and weak. So someone who's feeble-minded, they say that usually they have an uncontrolled surge of energy, of neurons being shot through their body. Which makes sense, 'cause that's just probably just a bunch of demons hanging out in the body. Right? With all that electrical charge.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that as well, because when you look at the music industry and Satan and these, high elites of this society, right? They literally get their power from Satan. So they had, conversations, etc., with Satan. Right? Telling them what to do, okay, how to cast curses or how to put demons on people by the way the music that they promote, etc. All of these things, right? The food, all of these things, right? They want to literally flip this world around, right? But the elect are still in here, man. And the Lord's guiding them.
Just like, and it's like the same thing on the right hand side, man. Just like we can see angels, certain brothers have, one brother who captured the angel that was in the stands.
We can
see angels. Best believe that Esau can see demons.
Oh yeah, and there's some brothers, who have seen demons.
Actually see.
Right, because they're doing the right thing, and demons, they try to attack them in your sleep, or even there was a brother, I forget where he was from, but he came up and he spoke of a testimony where they moved into a new house or whatever, but there was Satan in the house,
I remember that.
Right? And then he threw up some prayers, and kicked that demon out, and when he opened the front steps of the door, he saw footsteps, of literally, Satan running away, and it wasn't like that was anyone who had entered the house
they were leaving the house.
They were literally leaving the house, and saw footprints, man. So hey, it is what it is, man. That goes to show you that the spiritual world is actually here, man.
The spiritual realm is more real than
it's
the
just,
physical realm.
because the Lord has everything in order, we can't see it.
At least not yet.
And if you can't see
when all hell breaks loose, the scriptures say that.
Oh, it's strange apparitions.
Apparitions, right? Man.
Bro,
you're gonna be walking, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like 16. You're like, yo, what the hell is going on?
Right? It's
and
just
some, you might be in a group, and you might be the only one who can see the 6 demons. They might get you to bug out.
That's why, like that movie Bird Box, they saw a fucking demon that made them kill themselves.
That's like,
right?
Bird Box is a great example.
Crucial,
It's
right?
very spiritual.
Like whoever opened their eyes, they saw something, right? They didn't show what that thing was in the movie, but it's a demon that literally made you kill yourself. And they showed you your greatest fear.
Yeah, man. That's a beautiful example, because that's a perfect way. That's a perfect illustration of that. They should see strange apparitions.
Apparitions, yeah, just strange things, man. You know, things that you like, what the fuck would make them what
Go, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Some, like I said, like even in the, some of them kill themselves when they seen the demons.
Oh yeah.
The one guy, remember they tied him up in the house. They thought that because he can see, if he's tied up, he won't, harm himself.
Yeah.
And they tied him up and he's sitting down, and then he's looking at the.
Yo, I've seen that 1,000,000 times before, man.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah. You guys got a cigarette by any chance? You don't smoke? Oh, shit. Cool. Well, anyways, I know that shit's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
St. Vincent.
Like what ethnicity do you have out of the people?
It's probably a Benjamin. It's probably
Yeah.
Benjamin.
What's Indian? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Benjamin.
So Vincent and Mary, you know,
Oh
they're
yeah.
good at it. Opon?
Yeah. Opal.
Yeah. How would you go? Alright, bro. Take care, man.
I was gonna say your eyes are exercised. Anyways.
Yeah. That's right, actually. And it says, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, says the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, why they not leave? Would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
And that's Esau, man. Esau, at least if someone robs you, they don't, like, they rob you of everything, but you still have your house. Esau will rob you of everything, like, until you, even the shirt off your back.
Yeah.
Like, Esau's that wicked. He'll rob you of something that he has no use for.
You want to rob me?
Yeah. That's right, man. Right? And it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee up even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in thy day, saith the Lord Yahweh?
He looked at this JK, he's like, yo, what the fuck? He look at that, he's like, yo, what the fuck? Hey, nowadays these Edomites are like, they're starting to realize things are coming to an end because they see us, they're like, yo, what the hell's going on here? And then they see Jake in that kind of state of mind.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, like, what the hell is going on here? The Edomite was like, he looked like he was walking like, yo, where am I?
Yeah. It says, shall I not in thy days, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
That's right.
And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed,
That's right.
to the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. Right? Everyone out of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter, man. Hence why the scripture talks about how in verse 18 in the same chapter that the Lord Yahweh is going to literally exterminate Esau.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's in the same chapter.
Yeah. And it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Because Esau did some atrocious things to us as a nation, right? And the things that we know that Esau's done to us are the things that Esau's telling us. We only know what the wicked is telling us. We don't actually know what the wicked actually is doing. Esau has done a number of wicked things to us, and therefore his his karma, his payback is going to be worse. It's going to be heavy, man. It's going to be heavy. You Edomites are going to get the worst out of all the nations, out of all the heathens that are going to be under our subjection. You guys are going to get the worst. Okay, you did the worst.
Yeah. And it says, in that day that thou stoodest on the other side, in that day that the stranger carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gate, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest have not looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity, yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamities.
It's just a list of what you guys did, and what you guys weren't supposed to do, and what you did.
Yeah.
Because now, and you can't hide from your judgment. There's all the evidence right here, all the proof. As they come to court, and the judge says, "Okay, do you plead guilty or do you plead innocence?" And you say innocence, and the judge laughs and says, "Okay, bring up the facts."
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. You say you're innocent. Here's the facts. You're guilty.
Yeah.
And you lied under oath.
Yeah.
So that's double time on your sentence, nigga. You know, it's a double sentence on you, nigga. That's a double sentence. How do you think you can get away from your judgment?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be like for you Edomites, man. Cause we know damn well you're gonna deny every single thing that we bring upon you. Like even so, like you are now. You're still gonna do it in the kingdom.
Yeah.
When Yahushua and everything, and then the elect, when Israel's in their power, you're still going to deny the kingdom. Try to deny the kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the scripture says, even in the kingdom, they're still not going to repent.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Even when Jake's wicked, they scare the shit. They command the floor. It's like, you might be the other nature, like, sure.
And it says, verse 14, neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Our possessions include slaves, include you Edomites. You guys are included in our possessions. You heathens, everything that you claim to be yours, land, riches, women, is going to be ours. I think there's a precept. What a portion for the form of all things.
Oh yeah, that's in Isaiah 50 something.
Isaiah 50.
No, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 57.
Yeah, that Jacob is a former of all things, and a portion of Israel.
Yeah. Because technically, man, everything that you guys call yours is ours. Everything you call yours is ours. That's because we're the former of everything. Even Egypt. Egypt was great because its slaves, its workers were Israelites. every great city was great because they had Israel in that city working. Slavery. Like America. America was once a great city because Israel, and it was a great city because Israelites built it.
I didn't have the highlighter.
Oh. Oh, you're looking it up?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremiah 16 and Jeremiah 51. So like Jeremiah 10 and 16.
10 to 16?
Yeah, and then there's one in 51 as well.
You get to 51.
Okay, the one in 51.
Yeah, I think it's like a specific one.
Yeah. They say the exact same thing I hear. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name.
That's right. And you know, really, man, when it says the portion of Jacob is not like them, that's talking about the Israelites, the chosen within the chosen too. If you really think about it, because the elect are really the former of all things.
They're the first fruits who helped Yahushua create
Everything, yeah, the whole world, the stars, and everything like that. So really, the portion that Jacob is talking about is the elect.
Yeah.
You know, we're the former of all things, but we're the elect.
You know, hence why, like, you know.
It says like former of Jacob is not like them.
Yeah. That's why, you know, with like, for example, like animals, you know, like different brothers like different types of animals, etc., etc. Because when you really look at it in the spirit, it was probably you that helped create that animal.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
If you have a certain connection or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's a favorite animals.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Going back to Obadiah, verse 16 now. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon my Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shemashah had spoken it.
That's right, man. So after slavery, we're going to get rid of all you all you so-called white people. And no more so-called white people on the planet.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. And it says, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau. So now we're going to get their lands, etc., etc. And they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the field of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captives and the captivities of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivities of Jerusalem shall, which is Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south, and saviors shall be upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. You know, that was it on that chapter.
So with that, we're going to close up with this.
Kahala Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai Bahashem Racha Kudash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing his word and truth and his sincerity upon the four corners of the earth. And death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, the two-thirds of Israel, and Esau as well. Shalom.
Shalom.